Hello once again everyone, Original Blood Ace back again, got another video to do. This actually popped up a few days ago, but I'm just getting around to talking about it now. So let's not waste too much time. Let's get right into it. Now I've talked about this in the past. I forget if it was like, not a month, a year ago or something, maybe it was longer, I can't even remember, where YouTube had that whole big update where, everything was getting hit with copyrights whether it was involved with, movies or video games or whatever, and then there was the whole thing with Nintendo and the issues with them not liking people making money off their videos and Let's Plays and whatnot. And, long story short, a whole bunch of people complained and Nintendo backed down, although it turned out it was really mostly YouTube's update that caused this, and Nintendo didn't actually have too much of a problem with it. But, well, this situation has once again reared its head up, and we gotta go over it. So, where do we start? First of all, Nintendo is still not going to take your videos down, which is a good thing. They're not going to fully, monetize them under their own company. So apparently, basically Nintendo's saying, you can get a little bit of money, and then we'll take the rest. So some people are going to say, yes, that's good, that's a good thing, we're at least they're letting us get a little bit of money. So I'm going to once again discuss kind of both sides of this and my opinion on it. And so let's just get right into it then, shall we? First of all, I can see the whole people saying, it's Nintendo's IPs, they own the games, you shouldn't be making money off it, wah, 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 wah. Yes, I see that side of the argument, and I can see where they're coming from. I don't personally agree with that, and I'll get into the why in a bit, but whatever. And then you have the Let's Players who think, be like, I'm not going to play play Nintendo games on my channel if I can't make some money off it. I mean, people don't realize how much time and effort they have to put into recording and editing and uploading a full series of a game. That takes up a lot of a person's time. And then there's people who say, oh, Let's Players shouldn't even be making money. It's like, whatever, they're greedy or whatever. Honestly though, this makes Nintendo seem greedy. Sony and Microsoft have had issues in the past where they'll just take stuff down, like Halo or whatever. But I think they've kind of eased up on it lately. But now Nintendo's the only fucking company who's doing this, and it's, like one of the guys I'm subscribed to, Alpha Omega Sin, he did a video about this, and I pretty much 100% agree with his opinions, but it's like a tax almost. You buy Nintendo's game and then you start doing a Let's Play of it, and then Nintendo wants to make a little bit of money off of you, so you can make the little bit extra, like, 3 cents or whatever the fuck it's going to be. And I think that's just a bit silly. Then there's people who say, oh, Let's Players shouldn't even do it for the money, they should do it for the fun of the game. And I think that depends on the individual, really. It could be it depends on the person's financial situation. If they already have, like, a really solid, good paying job and they don't need the money, yeah, sure, fine, they don't need to. But if it'll help them make ends meet and survive in this world, help them pay bills or whatever, then I don't see a problem with doing that. Now, for me personally, the money I make, I don't know if this is going to come off as me being greedy or whatever, but almost all the profits I do make for my videos go right back into my YouTube channel. They'll go into, trying to develop a game and that stuff to further along myself. It's not like, oh, I want money to go to the bar and to drink and we'll throw away the money. No, I'm not just wasting this money. Hell, I don't get paid hardly anything at all from this YouTube thing, but what little I do, it's like I don't do it just for the money. My gaming videos, that is. I do it because I enjoy playing those games and whatnot. But anyway, we're kind of getting off topic here. Let's get back on track to the other side where Let's Players think they should be getting 100% of the profits. Now, some people say, like I said, like, oh, you shouldn't be able to get any money, you're using Nintendo's products. This is how it always worked. Nintendo makes the game, puts it in the store, you buy the game, Nintendo gets paid. End of discussion. End of story right then and there. They don't get paid any more than that. That's how it works as a company. You make your game, the people buy your game, you get paid. Now you're being greedy and asking for even more money from the fans. Why? Quit bitch slapping people, Nintendo. So now we're kind of getting into my opinion on this, but seriously, I honestly don't think... I mean, while it's better than the former situation, it's still a situation that should have never happened in the first place. Nintendo needs to just step back and let people do what they want with what they bought. You already got our money, Nintendo, from us buying the game. This is free advertisement, and you're just basically saying, no, 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 you gotta let us make some money off you, and you know, stuff like that. But do you really honestly look at the long term here, Nintendo? And this is a point from Alpha Omega Sin, actually. He brought up a good point. If you look at the long term, the amount of good this is going to do, does it outweigh the amount of bad? I don't think so. The little bit of money Nintendo's going to make, because they have a crap ton of money. That's undeniable. They have a crap ton of money. And you honestly think they're going to make a hefty amount from taking a little bit from all these, you know, well-known YouTubers? No. I doubt they're even going to make 1% of the entire amount of money they have right now. All it's going to do is piss people off. And be like, well, I guess I'm not going to bother playing Nintendo games, I'll just play indie games and, you know, some random things that people have never heard before, and some third-party games, and stuff like that. There's companies like Mojang who, like, I mean, in Minecraft, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Mojang doesn't care. They have the right attitude. And when I get a game out there, I don't care if people want to do gameplays of it on YouTube or Twitch or whatever and make money off it. I don't care. Once they've bought the game from me, I've got paid. I'm a happy camper. It doesn't affect anything negatively for me. Anyway, back on track here for my point, though. It's going to be a little teeny extra bit of money for Nintendo at the expense of pissing off their fans, if there's that much left of them in the first place. Now you're going to say, like, once again, I forgot to talk about this with the whole, oh, it's Nintendo's products, you can't be making money off that, blah, blah, blah. Let me bring up a few examples. One of them I always use in this situation. Say you're a famous photographer or like a professional photographer. You buy a Sony camera as your camera of choice. So every time you make money at a photography gig, whether it's, you know, taking wedding pictures or whatever, does that mean Sony should be getting a cut of your profits because you're using their camera for your job to make money? Right? Seriously, exactly. Or what about kids who sell lemonade at the in front of their house with a little lemonade stand? Their parents buy them the lemonade mix and they put it in and then charge 25 cents for a cup of lemonade. Does that mean that the company who makes the lemonade mix should get a cut of the frickin' profits that the kids make? No. Or what if, a person's doing a video, walking around their house or whatever, and they walk by a lamp and it's in the camera, and then that company that made that lamp is like, oh, you're showcasing our lamp that you already bought. You should pay us extra. No. Like, you see my point? Once you buy something, it's yours. It's legally your product. Or not your product, your item, your possession. So I don't see why people would have any interest in throwing a fit about saying, you already bought our game, or our product, and now you're using it to make money. It's like, that's kind of the point of a product. I mean, not for all products, but for example, like I said, you buy a Sony camera to be a professional photographer or whatever, there you go. You shouldn't charge people extra. So my point is, in my opinion, while, like I said, it's a better step forward than it was, it's still not acceptable. Nintendo should just step back and let people do what they want with their, their possessions. Nintendo, you got your paycheck. You got paid from the people. There's no us playing Let's Plays, or people like Tobuscus, or Zach's Got Games, or whoever. There's no negative effect. It's free publicity. And I find it highly ironic that Miyamoto himself said that they were counting on the word of mouth to sell the Wii U, or was it Iwata? I forget, one of the two. And the word of mouth is basically YouTube videos. And Twitch and all that stuff. Seriously. So Nintendo's like, oh, we were expecting the Wii U to get around and get, heard across the globe by word of mouth, people telling their friends, and, which includes YouTube videos. Since millions and millions of people watch it. And now you're going against that exact thing. So it's like, what the fuck? Make up your damn mind. Stop bitch slapping people. So, I don't know. I don't need to ramble on that much longer. I think, honestly, Nintendo just... People are going to voice their opinions once again, and you're going to end up backing down again, because that's what you did last time, and that's what should happen. But seriously, companies are just so stupid these days. It's like kind of the way of Capcom. Like, I don't think you can play pretty much any Capcom game and monetize it. There was someone else, I forget, was it EA? Was it Sega? Who the fuck was it? Someone, I forget. A big title, or a big company, anyway. So, yeah. People, if you buy a product, it should be yours to do with whatever you want. I mean, who knows? It's kind of like, remember the person who bought, he buys consoles when they come out, he melts them in a microwave and sells it as art. There was a guy who melted a Wii U and sold it for $5,000 for some reason. I don't know why people would actually buy for that. But it was like, what the fuck? Just because people use something to make themselves money is not a bad thing. Nintendo already got got paid for what they were supposed to get paid for. And to the people who think, or to try and defend that whole, what do you call it? Oh, people who watch Let's Plays, they're not going to buy the game because they can just watch it for, watch it for free or whatever. I can kind of see that, but at the same time, most people are either going to be like, oh, I don't actually like this game that much once they start watching a Let's Play, like, oh, good thing I didn't buy it, I didn't like it. Or they're like, oh, wow, this is actually better than I thought. I guess I should pick it up myself and give it a whirl myself. Like I said, it's fucking free advertisements, since Nintendo clearly isn't doing that much themselves, although I'll give them credit for Mario Kart 8. They seem to be doing a fair amount with Mario Kart 8. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to wrap up the video. I've babbled on long enough. So, Nintendo, seriously, just let people do what they want with the with the products they already bought. Seriously. It's just that simple. And there's that catchphrase again. Anyway, I'm Original Blood Ace. Make sure you stay tuned. More videos coming soon, as always, and Mario Kart 8 launches tomorrow, or technically tonight at midnight, but there's no midnight launch for me, so I'll be getting it tomorrow, doing an unboxing, and I think I got some other videos to do, actually, like 1 or 2 other ones. We'll see. Talk to you later. See you then.
The cult of personality.